What is up, my guys? We are back. This is the Juice Box with episode 199. The boys are back here on this beautiful Martin Luther King Day. We got some powder on the ground. Fuck yeah, dude. What's up, boys?
What up?
What is happening, my guys?
Yeah, welcome again to the Schwarf.
Yeah, welcome, Schwarf.
I'm glad to be back.
Big day for Pittsburgh sports, boys.
It's Yinzer Docket for sure. Yeah, very glad because of the games changed. The Penguins play at 1. Very excited to watch them probably lose. And then the Steelers play at 4:30. So hopefully that's a decent game.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, obviously, you know, I don't claim to be a Steeler fan, but I don't actively root against them. So I will be watching the game. Threw a little bet in to keep things spicy for me. But yeah, this is it's going to be a big one, man, because I'll be honest. I think if the Steelers can somehow beat the Bills, I don't know. I was going to say something insanely blasphemous, but it might be one of the biggest wild card upset, just storyline wise. You got the Steelers who've had 3 quarterbacks, fired their offensive coordinator. They're playing good with their third string, and now they've all of a sudden figured out how to use their running backs in this snow-cold game.
Yeah, snow game. And there's a lot of rumors. People are talking, and Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. I'm in.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard through the grapevine. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go,
Steelers. Yeah, playing it on the jukeboxes at the bars.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. We'll see. Scumbag New York governor moved the game. Yeah, shame on her. They're just scared. They're scared of Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, dude, I was laughing so hard at that weather video where it's like you just can't see dick, and there's like 2 cars driving, and everyone's like, they should be out there playing right now.
They took this from us, which I was mad to, but there's no way. You literally couldn't see your hand in front of you.
It would have been, dude.
It looked like an ocean, but it was like just snow, being blown by the wind.
I feel like as a fan, if you weren't in row 2 or 1, you wouldn't be able to see what's going on the field.
Yeah, but did you see they're paying people $20 an hour to shovel the snow?
How fun is that, though?
Yeah, but they tweeted 3 hours ago, and they're like, we still need people to help us. It's just pay them. I don't know. You can't pay people to do that.
I know I was young for this, so obviously you guys were younger than me. Do you remember the game in Foxborough when people were sitting on mounds of snow?
Yeah.
Throwing snowballs.
Yeah.
That'll be today. That's what it'll be.
I think that'd be electric. I don't know how cold it is there, but it'd be much better. Was it the Chiefs game? It was negative 26, and people are not wearing sleeves. I don't understand how that's possible.
Dude, you know it's cold. This is how there was 2 videos where I knew it was fucking cold. I mean, you can look at the weather and say, oh, it's cold. But 2 videos. One was the lady that got the smart water out of the concession. Did you see this?
No.
She got a smart water out of the fridge at the concession, so the concession fridge is fine.
Okay.
Didn't do anything to it.
She picks it up, goes like this, and 4 seconds, the whole thing froze.
Damn.
Just in her hand. And then the second one was Pat Mahomes' helmet just exploded.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I've never seen anything like that in football.
Yeah, that was not a place to babysit your beer. You wouldn't not have done well there. You had to just immediately chug it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was one game.
Alcoholics love this weather.
Yeah, they do, bro. There was one game I remember I was at a Steeler Jaguars game when I was younger, and the beers were freezing, but it was before I could drink. So I do remember that.
I just I can't imagine. I can't fathom negative 27 degrees outside. You're not wearing sleeves. Remember the Bishop game, my freshman year. You would have been a senior. Cold. I don't know how cold it was. I had 2 long sleeves on. Fucking freezing. Stood on the sideline the entire game, of course. And someone when that last touchdown, someone jumped and landed on my foot. Don't know who it was. I thought my foot was broken.
I'm sure.
Can you imagine getting fucking tackled in negative 27 degrees outside?
No. And I think too, I don't think that's something that the average viewer really thinks about, how it stings already when you hit somebody playing football, and then when it's freezing. It was just, I don't want to make fun of anybody, but it was funny watching the Dolphins secondary try to run around, and they tried to tackle, and then they were like, oh shit.
Yeah. People were saying that they put Vaseline on their arms to break the barrier. Just wear a fucking long sleeve shirt.
Yeah,
Does that make you like that soft that you can't just wear a shirt?
I guess I never really understood it, truthfully. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're used to wearing something plain, you want to keep it the same, but
I
maybe
guess.
not negative 27-degree weather. But Schwarf, dude, how we feeling after this weekend, dude? Supposedly my boy's been putting him down a little too hard. A little too hard.
Got a little belligerent, had some stews, whispered some things in some ears.
You'll have that.
Kind of just a forget everything weekend almost.
Honestly, though, I know it's gonna be crazy to say, but like you guys are to the point now to where you need to suck those weekends up as much as you can, because there's gonna be one day when you wake up the next
You just
morning and you
can't
feel
do
like
it
you're
anymore.
dying.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but they're coming,
It's like the 40-year-old quarterback where you're good the year before, you just wake up one day and you just can't fucking throw.
dude. I
It's
wish
like Brian Dumoulin.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, shout out Dumo playing Kraken today. Coming back reunion video. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can't remember what age it was, but yeah, you'll wake up and just be like, fuck, it's Thursday and I'm still hungover from the weekend.
I think
You can't hit the screen pass anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I think the secret to my success recently has been staying up real late and getting up real early. So the first thing that's hitting me in the morning is not my hangover. It's my current level of drunkenness.
It's not a bad idea. I mean,
I've seen a lot of 6 a.m.s over the last couple weekends. So yeah, when you're out of the bar 2:30 in the morning, getting up at 5:30, you're not hung out. You're not hungover 3 hours later quite yet.
no, you're just drunk as shit still. You're like, fuck yeah, dude.
But I did want to come back to Bubba talking about the snow shovelers. I think for the Pittsburgh Steelers today, the most important factor is not the running backs. It's not Mason Rudolph. It's not keying in on Stephon Diggs. We are very dependent on these snow shovelers doing a bad job.
You know,
I hope they've all been drinking, because the more snow that there is on the field, the better our team's going to play against Buffalo and the less likely Stephon Diggs is to break out.
you know who could be the snow shoveler? He would be number one on the depth chart. Snow shoveler.
Who?
It's Kenny Pickett.
Wow.
They just need to give him a shovel. He could do it the whole game. Put a fucking camera on him.
He could be
Give him stats.
He could be MVP of the snow
He
shoveler
could
league.
be. He very well could be.
dude,
He's getting paid a lot of money. Why don't you give him a shovel?
yeah, old Kenny P. I just wonder what he's been thinking about over these past couple of weeks. Like, I wonder if there's an inkling in his brain where he's like, fuck, I might have actually lost my job.
Well, no, I think he thinks he's good, is what, because they're all babysitting him, and they're like, "You are the number one quarterback still. We're just playing somebody else." That's what they're doing. They refused to not name him the number one quarterback
Just weird.
because he'd get sad. He'd get mad on the sideline because he sucks.
Stinks.
He stinks.
Old Kenny P, man.
Oh, Kenny P.
He just can't figure it out.
Yeah, all the H2P fans can't give him up.
Yeah, that's true. I was laughing at the speaking of guys with no shirts on in the snow. I was laughing at the snow shovelers. Dude just has his shirt off, just going down the snow. Shoot.
Honestly, it looks so much
It
fun.
looked
It does.
electric.
I would 100% be there fucking around with that shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids show.
Well, nah, it doesn't.
Nah.
But yeah, no, I think I would have been like, yo, I don't want the $20 an hour. I want you to give me like a box.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm gonna go do
You'd
that.
think they would be able to.
Yeah, like $20 an hour sounds great, but like, what about a box with unlimited food and booze? That almost sounds
Or like
better.
you have like area space. Just give them like a corner on the field and just put a fucking heater there. Like 3 heaters. Here's the snow shovelers. Show all those, regular Buffalo civilians and Kenny Pickett on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
in the snow shoveling section.
they show Taylor Swift so much. Why can't we get a snow shoveler? Cam?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
All right, honest opinion, boys. Honest opinion. How do we think the game will go? Honest opinion.
I don't know. You can get surprised. I mean, that happened to the Cowboys. They thought they had a shoe-in win, and they got beat by that Love guy who the Steelers beat. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith, but I'm very hopeful.
Okay.
I just hope it's not like a blowout. And I think the snow helps with that. Like you said, the Steelers' run game has been electric the last couple weeks, so hopefully they can keep that going. And I hope it's close. And anything can happen.
It's facts.
I really do think that the snow level on the field is going to affect how the game's going to be played. Really, I think it's going to come down to whichever team's run defense is stronger, and the Steelers are hurting without T.J. Watt, so that's definitely a big concern for me. Concern.
I think the only concern that I would have as a Steeler fan, truly, there's actually only one, honestly, is if Josh Allen's going to be able to rip the ball like he normally does. If he's not able to do so, I really believe this game becomes wide open. And then I can understand the argument of, well, we should have played in the weather because the wind wouldn't have been able to throw it, yada,
And
yada.
the fucking filled snow globe.
I was just laughing because, like, in my head, I'm like, tell me the last time ever that the NFL's ever played a game in 60-mile-per-hour winds, dude. It just doesn't happen. But I think that's the only worry if I was a Steeler fan is just hoping that Josh Allen can't sling it like he normally does. Because I do remember, I can't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago. Remember we had a Bills-Bengals snow game and Burrow and Josh Allen were still just slinging the ball around everywhere.
Yeah, it's not it doesn't help the outlook very much, but we'll see. Crazy things happen. How about the Cowboys? What do they do?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Like, genuinely, like,
I just know that pain from being like a Penguins fan. Like they for years, not this year or the last couple of years, but they were just great during the regular season. Like they would hit a stride in March and they would just win fucking 17 out of the last, or that's maybe 13 out of the last 20 games or whatever. And then they would just lose so bad in the playoffs. Like score like 4 goals in 4 games and get just killed in the playoffs.
yeah.
So I know the pain.
It's pathetic.
But you're going to do it every year. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks because there's a certain amount of NFL teams that you have the stigma on of like, wow, yeah, they're doing really great in the regular season, and yeah, they're probably going to make Cowboys are one, the Ravens are always one, the Dolphins are always one, like those kind of teams, they're great in the regular season, and then they get in the playoffs and they just absolutely shit the bed. I think the part that shocked me the most is that this was at home.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like this was in Green Bay. Like, and honestly, dude, Jordan Love is balling.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's
because
crazy. I think he sucked against the Steelers, didn't he? Wasn't he like awful?
Yeah, Jordan Love was really bad.
They
against
started
the
like
Steelers.
2-5. And like, I know the Broncos beat him, Steelers beat him, and then all of a sudden, he's just been slinging it.
Back.
So I don't know. I stepped back after this weekend. I think I put futures bets on the Texans and the Lions, and then once they're done, I'm just watching the games just for fun.
Just for fun.
So going back to the Cowboys, how much do you guys think home field advantage plays into actual NFL football games? Do you think it's a big factor?
I think it's more in football than anything else, right? Because you got like the different regions and weather, and you have like the stadiums are inherently different, like grass wise.
Right, because you look at the Dolphins, and they went to Kansas City and it was freezing cold, and their defense looked crippled. But then you look at the Cowboys, and they got ran out of their own fucking place.
How about them Cowboys?
They got ran out.
I think it all depends. I think home field matters, yes. But also, weirdly enough, if it's a dome home field, it doesn't matter as much in the playoffs, at least. In the playoffs, like, because just like you said, I mean, you got a team like Kansas City, like Buffalo, like trying to just think of the historic other ones, like Seattle or like places like that where it's cold, where that would affect it. But like, I don't know. Like, for example, last night we had the Lions and the Rams dome game. That was a close game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cowboys and Packers ended up being closer on paper, even though it was a blowout. But I think to Bubba's point, I think in football it means home field advantage means more. But I also heard a guy like Chris Long was saying on the Barstool.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Show he was just like, it matters, but it doesn't, because then you go in there as an away team and you're like, let's spoil this party.
Yeah, 100%.
I just love the memes. I love the internet stuff. How bad is Dak? It's like. And there was just a video of Dua Lipa, like, looking very fine. It's like, that's how bad he is. We talked about Skip Bayless. He's my down bad man of the week. just a bad scene. Couldn't beat the fucking trash can.
Yeah,
Throw
I mean,
it for like the 9th time. I mean, how many times is he gonna make that goddamn video? You know, he just has so much better cowboy stuff. He's just like keeping it to throw it away the next year. They fucking shit the bed.
couldn't beat the Packers, couldn't beat the garbage can. I mean, it was tough. For
Do you
old
think
Skip.
do you think Dak could beat that trash can?
Probably not. But then you have the guys that are just like punching their fucking TVs, which is hilarious all the time. They're
Oh.
just ripping it off the fucking wall.
Did you see the video of Hank?
Hank, shout out Hank.
Dude, that video made me
Yeah.
piss my pants.
Well,
Did you see it?
When he jumped.
Yeah, so he
Mhm.
all of a sudden Hank's hanging out with crazy plane lady, which that's crazy.
Shout out to him. She's
is he
hot.
dating
She's
crazy. I mean, he's got to be, right? It's going on for months.
Yeah, I mean, one would assume.
Shout out Hank.
Yeah, shout out Hank. But dude, when he ran in and busted the hole in the wall from his knee,
Yeah, good
oh, I
stuff.
busted out laughing.
Good stuff.
But yeah, it is. I mean, it is weird to think like they said they were in Dallas and it was 20 degrees or something. And
Wow.
I saw they said like when they opened AT&T Stadium, it looked like Black Friday because people were waiting outside in like cold ass weather, and then people just took off running
Yeah.
into the heat.
Somebody tweeted that they ran out just as quick in the third quarter.
Dude, I did see that video of them like clearing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad look.
Bad
That's
look.
a bad look.
That's embarrassing.
And
Was it the cold though? Why were they sprinting into the stadium?
that's what they said. that-
Okay.
Because it was like freezing
Because
outside.
it did make sense to me because like you have a fucking seat while you're running,
Yeah.
like you're trying to get front row.
Yeah, they said I mean they said now I don't know what their cold is versus our cold, but they said it was cold and they were all waiting outside and just took off running. And also, dude, with the Cowboys, they're the first 2 seed to lose to a 7 seed in the NFL so far. Now I
Yeah.
know that's a newer-esque thing of having the 7th seed, but like I don't know, man. I do think it's crazy. I really do think we'll see Bill Belichick there because Jason Garrett, who was the Cowboys head coach and who's on the NBC thing, basically was saying that like Jerry Jones and Bill are historical like friends. Like they have a great friend
All right.
relationship. But they also said like kind of what we touched on.
I just don't see it working.
I don't see it working. I mean,
Who's gonna pick? Who's gonna decide where they play and everything?
Yeah, I mean the only way it would work is if Bill's like, you gotta let me do this. But I don't see he
that
has
guy's
never done that.
That guy's a maniac. Though I can't see Jerry Jones giving that up.
Yeah, did you see Jimmy Johnson at halftime?
He's
No.
electric. He was fucking screaming.
Oh, you
No,
did?
I didn't watch the halftime.
He was getting the boys going.
Oh.
Dude, he flipped out on like the coverage, and it was just it was zoomed in on his face, and he
Wow.
was flipping out. He was just like, "This is so embarrassing. You guys are blaming one another. Get out there!"
Yeah, he was like, his arms are getting into it. Remember the year that they drafted, and it was like important draft or something like that, and they cut to the draft room, and it was just Jerry Jones and like a multi-million-dollar yacht in like an empty basement room, and he was making the draft picks. You think that guy's going to give out that
I
kind
know.
of control?
I know, especially since like, pretty sure Bill was the GM and the head coach, if I remember correctly, because they were talking about
Probably.
on the McAfee show. They were like, yeah, people talk about how Bill's like one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time, but he's also one of the greatest GMs of all time.
I don't know. We'll see. A lot of coaches getting fired. Nick Saban done. Didn't see that coming.
Kind of sad, dude. Like
That is sad.
our whole era of like incredible coaches is gone.
It's gone.
Pete Carroll,
It's like when one of the best players that you grew up watching retires.
yes.
It's just like that. They're gone.
Well, it's just weird. It's weird to think that all the quarterbacks that we watched growing up, done. A lot of the coaches that we watched growing up are done. And I'm just sitting back, I'm like, this is what getting old is, dude. It is. Like, I don't know.
I
It's
miss
kinda
it.
crazy.
I've talked about it on here before, but like I miss the day of quarterbacks looking like they could be your mailman. They're just like
Yeah.
average fucking men.
Yeah, like, again, not a big Steeler fan, but like it was funny watching Big Ben looking like a big ass bag of milk, just running around, not able to get tackled, would sling the ball. Like,
When he would run for the pylon, it'd be hilarious.
Electric. Electric. It's like, oh, fuck, it's like running down.
Who's the bigger meatball athlete, Big Ben or Phil Kessel?
Oh,
Ooh.
that's an all-time debate.
Because those guys are definitely
Phil.
some meatballs.
It's
gotta
Phil.
be Phil,
It's gotta be
right?
Phil.
I mean, dude, Phil's nickname to me was at least Hot Dog Phil. Like that's what I always
that's what I
called
was
Phil.
going to get to. When
Phil-
your nickname's Hot Dog, I mean, you gotta kind of be number one.
Phil-
meatball in
Phil
the city.
threatened to quit because they wouldn't let him drink Coca-Cola in the locker room.
That's
So
awesome.
I think it's probably Phil.
Dude, watching him. Okay, so I think watching Phil, just sports in general, we'll just say this as a sporting thing. There was nothing funnier than him go on a shift, come off the ice, and look like he was about to die. Die. He's just leaning over. He's like, it's so good.
And he was fast, but like everyone was on his ass. And then once he played in Pittsburgh, it's like, yeah, I understand, because he didn't fucking play defense at all. He didn't hit people in like 3 years. Like
That is one of the most impressive things to me, to look like that and be built like that, and then just be an absolute stud in a game that requires that kind of endurance. Peak athleticism.
I agree.
How many games did he play in a row?
Oh my
forget.
god, I
It was
can't
like
even
in the
remember the
hundreds.
number.
Yeah, it was
And
nuts.
then
He set the record.
scumbag Vegas coach
Yeah.
health bombed him
Yeah, you hate to see it.
in the middle of his streak.
Does he not play? Is he retired now?
He's a free agent
He's
right
on
now.
a
He's looking
team,
for
yeah.
a team.
I got a team for you, Phil.
You
Come on home, brother.
might be able to fix the power play that stinks, though.
You think he would join the South Point team?
Oh, maybe. Well, I don't know. He might have to try
We
out.
do have sponsors.
We're pretty good.
His sister's nasty at hockey too, right?
Amanda.
Yeah, she works for the Penguins now, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
I'm-
not an ugly girl. No.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like had to be a couple years. I know I watched her play before. I don't know what it was. It might have been the Olympics or something.
Definitely the Olympics.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, shout out Phil, dude. That's
Shout
one
out
guy
Phil.
that I would love to just sit down and just talk to him. Be like, so like, did you have any health things, or were you just grubbing and balling? Like, because people like that to me are more impressive.
That is very impressive.
You know?
To be able to move like that and be built like that. Yes, 100%.
I mean, we all know Lamar Odom was a crackhead, but it also was crazy that like he had a whole sugar cabinet. He would just eat
yeah.
a shit ton of sugar and just was still a baller when he played for the Lakers.
Someone told me that they and like a group of girls were out in Pittsburgh, and like they ended up at Phil's house with like Phil's friends because they were all in town. I think it's hilarious. And like Phil was like mad and came down the stairs in his underwear and was like, "You guys gotta fucking leave." If I could be there, it's like, can you imagine seeing Phil come down in his underwear and just be like, "You have to fucking get out of my house.
Now,
I'll pay your Uber. You just gotta leave."
a moment like that, are you like, can I get a picture?
Well, I mean, I think you got to, but he's probably gonna say no.
Hey, Phil, I know you're in your flamingo undies,
Yeah.
but can I get a
And
selfie?
you know, he was wearing some funky ass. They showed his house whenever like well, I don't think it leaked, but it was on Realtor.com and it was hilarious. Did you see the pictures?
No.
He had like a movie room and like one of those like legit movie chairs, but there was just one. There was one
Hey.
chair in front of a projector in his basement.
Hey, man. Phil likes to watch movies alone, man.
It's just hysterical.
It's
Yeah.
nice to know he prioritizes himself.
Yeah, that guy is so funny.
It is funny though when you do get to see like the random athlete or celebrities. Like I remember when OBJ's house went for sale in Cleveland. Like you could see it on Zillow, and it was just like hysterical. Like he had like a barber shop in there, like a whole shoe room, and like looked like he had like a store where you could go shop around in. It's just like, damn.
What would your one room be if you were filthy rich? And you only got one to just do whatever you wanted with.
So me personally, it probably would be based around sports. And I know you guys I've seen this video, but I'm going to try to paint a picture. Like imagine like a mini-esque TJ's sort of, not the actual restaurant part, but how like the TVs and everything are set up. Like it would be cool to have like one of those little jumbotrons around the middle with TVs and then just have like a little bar in the back there. Like I always envision if I was able to create my own room, it would be like a basement setting of like an old speakeasy bar
Yeah.
with like a little sport sprinkle on there. But having like my own little speakeasy, I think would be awesome.
Because that's always been one, and I'm trying to do it now, obviously. But like having like an actual dive bar like in my basement that like literally looked like you walked into a dive bar.
Yeah.
I watched some video. It was like some interview of Neil Patrick Harris, and he had like like a hotel closed for like €100 hotel, and he got like the entire bar was like in his New York apartment, which looked like ridiculous in an apartment, but like that's what I would do.
Yeah, that would be tight.
So unfortunately, when I think of one room, I think of two rooms. So I have to share my two examples, and I can't pick one from the other. My first room, if I'm filthy rich, I literally want one room to just be an ice rink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sheet of ice,
Be
like
expensive.
boards with a bench, maybe a little scoreboard type thing going on, some little mini nets. 100. You'd probably find me in there with a 10-foot long beard. No one's seen me in 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. That's the first thing that comes to mind. The second, similar to yours, but I'm going full on crackhead. I want literally one corner.
A crack room.
I want one corner to me be sitting back with a desk. And on this desk, I want like 5 monitors.
Okay.
Where I'm just fucking running spreadsheets, cranking caffeine, nicotine, all the stuff. The rest of the room, I want TVs, all of it. The walls, the ceilings. I don't want to see anything but TVs. I want to be cranking stats
Love it.
and making sports bets.
So you wanna be like Alfred and Batman, have like that. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
I know how it's possible. We just need a tunnel under Wheeling and just have a system of tunnels where we could build our own rooms.
That would be sick.
It would be sick.
It would be so sick. I mean, yeah, dude. Imagine after a year, me and Bubba just have a tunnel, dude, and then,
It just collapses when they're
Wait,
like bringing us out of the tunnels.
Yeah.
Are there any abandoned synagogues around here? We could check to see if anyone's done the work already.
Honestly, probably are. There are probably a lot of empty buildings downtown.
Well, dude, so,
Streetscape. We have our distraction.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, they said downtown before they started revamping downtown, when they were tearing all those buildings down for like the health plan building and everything, there was already an underground tunnel system from building to building that the mafia would use to move.
Oh, I
money,
did see that.
money
Yeah.
and stuff.
There we go. That's wild.
So they're definitely probably still somewhere.
Yeah.
Just a matter of where.
There's
Just got to find them.
I know for a fact of a tunnel that hasn't been dug up yet.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Is it Tunnel Green?
We might have to we might have to take a bit. No, that got dug up when they made that shitty dog park and they built it on top of glass.
They did build it in public glass.
Really?
Yeah, when they first built that dog park, they dug it all up and got it ready, and then it turned out they built it on top of a bunch of broken glass, so they had to close it down for a few more months so they could dig all the glass out.
Oh, dude, I had no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. But well, you kind of touched on it. Back, not back. We can kind of dive into there.
Sure. Back. Very excited about this back. Well, kind of. Well, I'll give myself a cheap day. The double Big Mac is back
Okay.
this month. Yeah. It's just a Big Mac with 2 patties on each.
Never had that. Gonna try that.
Is that
Yeah.
going to be hashtag back around here?
Yes, all of them.
Oh. As soon as I see that on a menu, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very excited for the hungover Sundays. That'll be the time I get a double Big Mac. Snow is back.
Snow is
Didn't
back.
think we'd ever see it. Back in a big way.
I was very surprised. I woke up whatever that was, Saturday
know.
morning, and looked outside. I was like, oh shit.
I didn't
all the
know it
roads
was
are
coming.
covered.
Yeah. True Detective is coming back soon. I think the first episode dropped last night. Excited. The first season was really, really good. Haven't seen one since then, so hopefully this one's pretty good. Are you a True Detective guy?
Yeah, so I crushed the first season. I watched half of the second season. I mean, I know they don't connect to each other, but I probably need to rewatch them all. I never watched the Marishra Ali one, which I heard was people were saying like it was on there kind of with the first one, but the second one, I'm shocked I didn't watch it because the cast was great.
Yeah.
Like Vince Vaughn and Colin. Who was the other one? Vince Vaughn, Colin Farrell, and one other guy. I don't know.
Is that Rachel McAdams? Was she
Rich
in this?
McAdams. That's who it was. Yep.
Not back is the Philadelphia Flyers. Their whole organization. You hate to see it. Was it last? I forget what day it was, but they just typical Flyers were getting their ass beat by the Penguins and Sidney Crosby specifically. And then during the game, they just announced that they traded their draft pick, their first round draft pick, because he just didn't want to play there. So
Yeah. So
love to see
okay,
it.
I'm happy you brought that up. So he was a Penguins fan growing up, and then got
He
drafted
was.
to the Flyers.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
And he told them all then that he couldn't wait. And then apparently at World Juniors, they went to try to save him. And he just wouldn't talk to the Flyer organization. And then they're like, yeah, I don't think he wants to play here anymore.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wonder where he'll go. Or did he get traded somewhere?
He got traded to the Ducks.
Yeah.
quack, quack.
Quack,
Mhm.
quack.
Fly together, baby.
That's right.
Also not back, Fruit Stripe gum. Remember that gum with the
Yeah.
giant giraffe? It's discontinued, apparently.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're just,
Very unfortunate.
I
It's a
know.
sad
I
day.
loved that in my childhood.
Very
just taking
sad.
all the good shit away.
They are, because the next is the Kickin' Ranch at Jimmy J's. I don't like Jimmy J's very much.
Okay.
I think their sandwiches stink, but they are good at like 3 a.m. And my favorite item there was the Kickin' Ranch. I would drown my sandwich at 4 a.m. in their Kickin' Ranch. It's like a spicy ranch. It's delicious. It's gone. Can't believe it. That's the well, their chips are good too. That is the best thing on their menu, and they're getting rid of it.
Yeah, I think I only had Jimmy John's a couple times at like 2 or 3 in the morning. in
Yeah, that's
Motown.
that's the only time to have it.
Yeah. Because they have like that one shit that they always squirt on their sandwiches, right? Like the
Lard, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not a chef, dude. I just know they have that. I don't know.
It was funny though, because they had the bike delivery guys in Morgantown. Wasn't it? I just thought of this. Didn't you one time like they delivered? Maybe it was. I forget which one it was. Like biker came to Greg's from downtown, and then someone was like, you know what, that sounds good, and like ordered it right away. So the guy had to like bike fucking right back to Greg's, which is hilarious.
That sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, it does. Maybe it was you first, then me. Then I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I don't know.
Hey, you're helping the economy, dude.
May I get into the thing I hate this
Let's
week?
fucking do it.
Because it's a big one. And it's been an ongoing saga. I am done with Chipotle at the Highlands. Fuck that place.
Uh-oh.
They are my arch nemesis now. I will never go there again. Well, we'll see. But I hate them so much. I cannot even explain. On my to-do list for today is to write a bad review to their corporate. I'm going to write a fucking paragraph. You're going to think I'm in Bucon's class writing a research paper, how I'm going to tie shit in. I might do a citations page. Fuck them.
You guys are fucked.
They are fucked. I can't wait.
So what happened? What happened, Bubba?
So I've kept track, and I tweeted about it as well. The last 5 times I went to this location, 4 out of the 5 times, they didn't have something that I order. They have 3 things. They have burritos that if you get the fucking quesadillas, and they have burrito bowls. That's all they have. How can you not have? They 2 out of the 5 times they were out of chips. They have 1 side dish. How are you out of fucking chips? That'd be like you go to McDonald's 5 times and 2 times they're like, you know what? We don't have fucking French fries. That would never happen.
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't happen. So the last time, okay, I'm a little jazzed up because in the 4th time they actually had all of the items I order, which is again never had. And by the way, the previous times they didn't have shit too. I just started keeping track for these 5 times. It's not like they had a clean record beforehand either. So the 5th time I go up there. And do they tell you on the door, we don't have this? No, they don't fucking do that. They wait till you get to the end of the buffet style fucking thing to be like, oh yeah, we don't have this. So I get to the end and they don't have lettuce, which
What?
how don't you have fucking lettuce? So I'm already angry about that because that is, if you go to Chipotle, the last thing on the bar. So I got this whole fucking thing and then they're like, oh, we don't have lettuce. It's like, well, I wish I knew that when I started ordering. So they don't have lettuce. And then I get to the end and I say, can I have a large chip? Because I'm fat and I get a large chip. So every time I get the large chip. And they say, there's like a 60, sorry, by the way, no electricity in the workers up there, which you don't want to get mad at like high school kids. I mean, the one lady that fills your shit won't even say a word to you the whole time. When I said, can I have lettuce? She's like, it's like, I had to be like, do you have lettuce? She's like, oh, no lettuce. It's like, what? Act like that's just like a Monday thing. Oh, we don't have lettuce. Like, just be like, can you say sorry? I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's kind of weird. Like Chipotle not having lettuce and chips is like Subway not having bread.
Correct.
Like it's like going to order a sub and getting to the very end and then being like, oh yeah, we don't have any bread.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I digress. So it's a separate, like 17-year-old. You can't yell at this high school girl. It's not her fucking fault. But I say, can I have a large chip? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And like before she even gets it out, I'm like, well, I can just take a regular chip. It's fine. Because I can see the chip bags on the other counter. And she was like, "Oh, we're out of chips for the day." And so I said, "Well, what about the chips right there?" And she was like, "Those are for the online orders. We're not." And she had to go ask. Like she went to the manager and she was like, and then she came back. She's like, "Yeah, we're not allowed to give those chips out."
See, like
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is that a decent business plan that you fuck the people that drive to your goddamn restaurant for the online orders? Have you ever heard of something so silly in your life?
No, because I do think it is crazy that they're like, yeah, we'll save all the product for the online orders, but if you decide to not be lazy and actually show up to the location, you're only going to be able to pick what we give you.
And there's like 4 bags of chips, so you're just saving them to save face. But like, I mean, you're not going to get more than 4 orders. Like more people are going to order chips, and then like when they come to pick it up, you're going to have to be like, oh, we don't have chips, but you ordered it, so we have to give you money. I don't know. It's like, how is your supply chain management so fucking bad that you can't fill your store with chips half of the time? Half of the time.
It would have been more funny if like you were like, "Can I have a large chip?" and she was like, "No," and then you were like, "Can I have a regular chip?" and she would have said, "Yeah." That would have made me laugh.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, well, then why can't you just give me 2 regulars for a large?
But also, it's like, do you have tortillas? Oh, yes, we have massive tortillas to make burritos. Do you have a fryer? I believe they do have a fryer. Do you know how to make fucking tortilla chips? Because you cut fucking tortillas and then you put them in the fryer and then you put some salt on it. Like those are the ingredients, and I know you have all those ingredients.
Chipotle, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
That's all I
I
have to
can't
say.
wait. I cannot wait.
They picked a fight with the wrong man.
Yeah.
They did.
They picked a fight with the wrong man.
It's
So
gonna
now-
be one hell of a review. Boys.
So now I have to drive to fucking St. Clairsville once a week because I get it once or twice a week.
I'm on the edge of my seat monitoring this rivalry.
yeah, I cannot wait to see the Yelp review. This shit's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be pages.
This is like LeBron versus Kobe.
I might mail it. I might like get something staple and then fucking mail it to show I mean business.
Hell yeah, we staying on business. No, dude, but that's it's a fair gripe. I think I do.
I think so too.
I mean, it's like I remember like right after like the COVID stuff, but you were able to go out. It used to be funny to go out to eat because you'd be like, "Oh, can I have this?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't have that." And then finally the question would be like, "What do you have?"
Yeah.
Instead of telling me what you don't have, tell me what you do have, which is kind of what Chipotle is running into these days, it seems.
Yeah, but again, I would be so much like not even understanding. It's still like just how is that even possible? But just put it on the fucking door. Put a dry erase board on the door. You can take it off, put it back on. This is what we have today.
It's kind of, for a business model, that's one thing I never understood because putting it on the door eliminates any kind of conflict that you may run into. It's like when we used to work at Enterprise, it's like, we don't have cars. So why don't we put something that shows that we don't have cars so I don't have to get yelled at
Yeah, exactly.
as soon as somebody walks in the door and asks for a car? You're a rental car place. How do you not have? Well, we don't.
And I would kind of totally would understand if it's like the mom and pop fucking taco stand down the road. Like, we don't have onion because I went to the fucking work and you're a fucking national business. You have a supply chain guy. Like, it's just like you're a manager. Your whole job is to make a schedule and make sure the fucking food's there. Like, that's all you got to do. I don't get it. Like, you have someone you can call. Just call that guy. Just be like, I need more chips.
One fucking job. Yeah, dude. Honestly, I think this is a problem we need to get a guy like AB on to start tweeting about, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, AB had a tweet this past week about how he has CT so hard that it like he has like horniness all the time. It's like, well, that's just being a guy. You know, that has nothing to do with CTE, AB.
I think I have CTE in that case.
Yeah, in that case, I have CTE and my head got hit too many times.
Was it the severely emotionally unhinged, my brain is crippled by horniness?
Yeah, like what?
What was the shirt?
Bro literally said, I'm stuck in horny jail and can't pay my horny bail.
Fire shirt.
Oh, so fire. So fire. But yeah, I mean, I know you just bodied Chipotle, but is there anything else that you hate this week?
Yeah, there is. I should have started out with this because this is a much lesser one. First off, the love we talked about already. I love the sports docket for today for Pittsburgh fans. It's going to be great time. No time in between, just one game to another. What else do I hate? I hate when you get in your car and you totally forgot you run out of gas, especially when it's like 9 fucking degrees outside, because that just happened to me today. It's like the light's on, and I'm going to run out of gas before I get to Exxon, maybe. But I got there, and then you got to stay in the fucking freezing cold. So I hate that.
Yeah, I hate that too. That's fair. What about you, Schwartz?
You guys hate anything this week?
Yeah, what about you,
I feel like I took up enough time there.
Do I have to start off with hate? Can I end with hate?
Yeah.
Because there was a big flip. One of my not backs of the week, after I thought about it, is now one of my backs of the week.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
so let me explain. So there have been 1 or 2 of those like celebrity awards shows recently, and my not back of the week was going to be their stupid, ridiculous outfits that they put on for those shows.
That's a good one.
It's totally ridiculous. But I flipped it to my back of the week. Celebrity humor. You have to and I was thinking about it, to put something like that on and go in public and take a bunch of pictures and something so how ridiculous, it's not just like, oh, they're celebrities, they don't know how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
No, some of these people know what they're doing and they still do it, and that to me is hysterical.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like I found this picture of Bella Ramsey at one of these shows just because I had to keep this. This is so funny. Looking like that. Like this. She got up in this and went to an awards show.
Fuck yeah, Bella.
That is so funny. That's amazing. So, yeah.
She looks like Angus Young from AC/DC.
I know.
She does.
She's about to do the duck walk.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, so, I mean, just knowing that that's what you're getting into, and you're going to be taking all these pictures that everyone's going to see in this stuff, like Heidi Klum last year and that worm costume.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was okay. That was some pretty crazy detail. I could never do that in a million years. Shout out to her for doing that. Shout out Bella Ramsey for looking like a fucking square in that suit. Their humor off the charts. That's low key, really fucking funny.
No, I agree, dude. It's like when old Lady Gaga used to wear like meat suits and phones on her head and all that shit.
Justin Bieber, he does that to everyone.
Yeah.
Like the one where he wore a hat on top of his hood.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Like looking back, that's hysterical. That's a funny thing to do.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense.
Like and you do wonder, like we'll never know this, but you wonder if when they look at themselves in the mirror, if they go, I look like a jackass, or if they go, I look great right now. Because part of me thinks that they legitimately are like, this is fire.
Remember when
Which it is.
Some of them I think yes, but then there's other celebrities who, like, you hear them talk and you've heard them in other interviews, and you know that they're actually some of the more relatively down to earth famous people, and it's like they know how dumb they look, and they still do it, and that's the best thing about it for me.
Remember when the South Park guys got nominated for something? They just showed up in dresses on acid.
On acid, yeah.
And they just refused to admit that they were in dresses.
Yeah.
They just kept saying, like, everyone looks so beautiful tonight. Now that's funny.
Yeah, and then it was funny when the award that Jennifer Lawrence was getting ready to win or whatever, and they like showed her when
Yeah.
they announced her, and she's just like wording, she's like, if I don't win this, I'm leaving.
I love
Yeah.
her. She's
I
the
love
best.
her.
Yeah.
Like people like that where you know that they're like, I don't want to fucking be here. Those are my kind of people.
She's cool. I would drink a beer with her for sure.
Dude, I've just always just been like a fan of her. Like, I don't know why. I just feel like sometimes like you see these actors and actresses and all it takes is just looking at them to be like, all right, this is like a normal
Right. Yeah. That's what it
versus
is.
this person that's like a lunatic. But did you watch the new Jennifer Lawrence movie on Netflix?
I don't have Netflix anymore, unfortunately. Yes, I'm poor.
Dude, I don't blame you. It's like fucking $700 a month, but
I have seen it. Yeah, it was pretty good.
no hard feelings. Dude.
Yeah.
That movie was great.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I've seen her in like a comedy role, and I was like, dang, I want to see her do this more because she was very funny. And the nude scene that was pretty good.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying in terms of comedy.
I thought you meant that. Like,
Oh, I mean, yeah.
flopping her things out there.
Yeah. Well, and that's why, like, too, everyone's like, oh, there's a full frontal scene. So I watch it and it was laughing. I'm like, well, nobody said it was during a fist fight. She's butt naked during a fist fight on the beach. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to touch on this real quick. I heard about a movie that's out now that has been watched
Yeah.
by a lot of people and has a lot of very mixed reviews.
Say it.
I haven't seen it. It's called Saltburn.
Saltburn.
I heard some details about what's in that. Full disclosure, do not come up to me and talk about that movie. Do not come up to me and talk about that. I will not be hearing about anything about what that movie is.
I know, and it's like one of those movies that I see, and I'm like, do I watch this or do I not watch this? Full disclosure, I'm not.
Me and the Schwarf got like the spark notes of the movie. Basically, I will not be watching it. It sounds very, very, very
Just seems weird.
It sounds like it's very dark and very weird. And if I would ever meet the person who wrote that story, I would have some questions.
Yeah, I watched the trailer, and then I took the trailer from what I've heard from the movie. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be.
But like the way people talk about it, you'd think it was like a masterpiece, like a Scorsese or.
It's
like
funny how movies like that just come out of nowhere, and everyone's like, you have to watch it, and then like select people watch
It's
it.
like,
and they're
no,
why is this popular?
Yeah, I don't think I do have to watch it.
Why do I have to watch that? After hearing about what's in it, why do I have to watch that? Please tell me. Like, seriously.
And dude, like, I never would judge anybody on how they look, because that's not something that you can really control. But that Barry Kennigan dude, he just looks weird. I mean, like, no shade. He just looks weird. Like he looks like he actually looks like he got stuck in like an ice rock, and they chiseled him out. And like his face just never went unpuffy, but his body's just good. I don't know. I don't know. I did watch a newer movie that's out on Apple though. Killers of the Flower Moon, the new Scorsese Leo movie.
Oh, speaking of Scorsese, yeah, I haven't seen that.
Dude,
probably will. Though.
It was fire. Like the toughest part, as always, 3 hours and like 30 minutes. It's hard. It's hard to. I can hand up it and watch it in one setting.
So we need to pack a lunch.
You need to pack a lunch, and you need to plan piss breaks too. But man, watching that movie, you just learn like how ruthless motherfuckers used to be back in the day. Is all. But yeah, thought it was great. And then the new Marvel show Echo just came out. Binge watched that. That was fire too. Happy to see Marvel's back to like the street crime, like, and again, nothing wrong with fighting aliens and whatever it is. That stuff's cool. But like now that they're shifting back to more like mafia-esque kingpin street crime stuff, I think this can shift Marvel back to like how it started. So I thought that show rocked as well. Shout out.
Another back this week is not totally brand new to me. And since we were talking about celebrities and being horny, I wanted to bring up the topic of Tate McRae. I don't know if you guys know Tate McRae, but she is at the top of my list right now, strictly because I see a lot of pictures of her in some hockey gear, goalie
really?
pads on. Oh yeah, she's a big hockey advocate.
Her brother plays.
Please
hockey,
notice
right?
me.
It's her brother.
I believe her brother plays.
The
hockey.
McRae that played for.
Maybe. I wasn't sure. I didn't.
Yeah,
I was more concerned about her.
I'm a little unfamiliar with her game. I know her and I'm a big fan, but I just like see her on TikToks.
Yeah, she all of a sudden has popped up all over my Instagram Explore page.
She's very easy on the eyes.
Like
You'll
one day
have
it was Olivia Rodrigo, and now it's Tate McRae.
Mine's still like Dua Lipa and Olivia Rodrigo.
Please notice me.
Yeah, the TikToks like attractive women that play instruments and cook too. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Dude, imagine we just come back next week. Schwarf's like, yeah, I'm dating Tate McRae. Yeah, she noticed me, and she slid in the DMs, and now we're dating.
The Steelers had a triumphant win, and the Schwarf is dating an internet sensation. Yeah,
it's like I got drunk, hit her in the DM, she answered me back in 2 minutes, dude. It was great.
I got one more back of the week, and it's our podcast member Bubba here. We have a game Friday that we'll be missing him for.
Oh yeah.
He is a goal per game player,
Thank
and I just wanted to shout out my guy.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah.
Big goal in our
Not
last
all of
game.
us can score the game tying goal that was much needed that we went on to win. Yeah.
2-0, 3-0, 4-0.
We're
Something
2-0 right
that,
now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys, all right, that's right. There was
We're
the winter break.
Yeah,
That's
we're
right.
2-0 officially. We played one like exhibition game and won that one
Smoke
largely
'em?
too. Yeah, we did.
And then I have one not back of the week, and it is currently air travel. Shout out Boeing for that Alaska Airlines disaster with that door flying off the plane. And then hold on, you got all these people coming at Alaska Airlines. These people must not know anything because the maintenance techs that work on these planes for the airlines are from the plane manufacturers themselves. So this is a Boeing problem and not an Alaska Airlines problem.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that because I'm getting on a plane in like 2.5 days.
You're welcome.
And I am not taking my seatbelt off, I don't think. Because if that guy, like if someone was sitting there and didn't have a seatbelt on, you're like gone, right?
It's like a vacuum. It sucks you out.
Yeah, you're dead. You're dead as fuck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would just get sucked like right out instantly.
I mean, that's a little scary.
But I will say, I have gotten the habit where I don't take my seatbelt off anymore unless I have to get up to pee, which I like refuse to do unless like I really, really have to. I normally just stay.
I've never been like a get up on the plane guy. I don't know how people are like the people that are like always up. Like, what are you doing?
Well,
dude, it's an hour and a half. Like, sit in your fucking seat and shut the fuck
and
up.
sometimes it's the same person. It's like,
exactly.
Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, just sit down. I'm going to stretch my fucking legs, dude. Okay. Do it when you land, you dipshit. But, yeah, I don't know. I just got really mad at those type of people there for a sec. But, yeah, no, so, yeah, planes are so weird, bro. Like, yeah. So, Bob, I'll pray for you, dude.
Thank you. I'm going to need it. Need it in the skies.
Do you know what kind of plane you're going to be on?
Yeah, I heard it's a Boeing.
I could check real fast. I think it is a Boeing. It's an Airbus 737, I think.
Yeah.
Which is probably the exact model where that door flew off.
Yeah, it is funny, though. You are right. Everybody goes after the airlines like the airline built the plane. It's like, that's not how it works, bro.
And even when they're maintained, the people that are in the airplane bays maintaining the planes are from the manufacturer.
Yeah. Yeah. People. Fucking people.
Fucking people. Yeah, I'm excited for my first Southwest flight. I've heard good things.
Oh, you're going to have a great experience on Southwest.
I heard they're electric.
And it's direct, which you can't even fucking pay millions of dollars for these days. So
I'm a routine Southwest user. I can tell you that after using some other airlines, you are going to be pleased.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm not excited for the we're talking about the whole shit. Like, you get there, you got the fuckheads, you got people in security that just like have never walked out in public before. They just don't understand. Just walk forward a little bit. Like, I just don't get it. Just stay in the line and walk. And then you got the fucking assholes that want to run and push you out of the way to get to the same goddamn place. I'm not excited for that whole. And to make it worse, the flight, like I've said, is at like fucking before 6 a.m. And they don't serve booze in there before 6 a.m.
They do not.
I don't think before 7. And you know what? Come on. What are we doing?
Yeah. We used to be a proper country.
There is no time in the airport, and there should be no time cut off for alcohol.
So are you cruising up Thursday morning, or are you staying somewhere Wednesday night?
I'm either staying home or staying at a good friend of the pod. I'm sorry, sad about the Cowboys, Joey's house in West Alexander.
Sorry, Joey.
So yeah, so either way, driving up real early on Thursday. So yeah, I don't know.
You got a good group of hoodlums going with you?
Absolutely, yeah, very excited about that. Drinking for a few days in Tampa. I just got confirmed. I think we're going to the Lightning game on Thursday night, which is
that'll be cool.
Yeah, so going to a hockey game. Yeah, the little wedding on Saturday. Probably stay around the area, the beach on Friday. So should be a very nice trip.
Yeah, just I know sitting in an airport sucks, but just be one of those guys that gets there at a decent hour for TSA. There's nothing worse than when I'm standing in line. And there's always the 2 or 3 people that have to cut everybody because you feel bad.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm about to miss my flight. It's like, all right, go ahead. And then in my head, I'm like, show up earlier, dipshit. Like what? Like what?
That's what I am glad that it's at 6. Hopefully, getting there at 5 a.m. There's not going to be like an influx of people running through the airport.
I think on a Thursday it'll help too.
Yeah, you're right. I think that is like the good flight day. Do you think I could get away with packing a couple liquor drinks in my bag, or do you get arrested for that kind of thing?
I don't think you get arrested, but like, so I can just speak this from experience, and you just take whatever you want with it. When I was flying out of Phoenix, I had a unopened Gatorade bottle in my bag, and they made me throw that away through TSA.
I was gonna bring a couple like shooters to like help me sleep on the plane, but I don't know if that's
You might be okay.
I know
It's
you're-
like it's a fluid ounce. It's a fluid
But
ounce limit.
you can have them, but you cannot consume them, I believe is the issue.
Just don't get caught.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
YOLO.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure you should be able to. Isn't that why they created them? They're called airport.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, they're called airport.
That's gonna be my
shooters
argument. Yeah,
for a
you'll
reason.
see me. I'll be the one screaming, get thrown off the plane.
The new airplane lady.
Yeah, the new
Local
airplane.
man gets tossed
Yeah.
because they took his shooters.
Just don't go to Burger King before, please.
He kept yelling, "I got shooters!" Yeah,
That motherfucker.
I got shooters on the plane.
That motherfucker there is not real. Not real. But yeah, no, that'll be exciting, man.
Yeah.
Pumped for you.
Yep, thank you.
Looking forward to anything over these next couple weekends, or you just kind of?
I'm looking forward to taking it easy, man.
I feel that. I feel that so hard.
I kind of let the dog in me out a little bit over the last 2 months. I need to dial it back a bit. I need to
That's-
be grounded.
I feel like that's where I've been at the last couple of weeks, and it's so nice. I can't say like just sitting in your house is just so nice. But I lost my thought. Oh yeah, so I feel like we've forgotten what it's like to work a full week, so that's gonna suck. Because coming up, there's gonna be like nothing. It's gonna be like I just got to work every fucking day. And
That is true. I didn't think.
and
about
nothing
that.
happens. There's nothing to look forward to on the weekends, and that's gonna be a bummer.
Yeah, I think now I'm kind of getting to the point to where I know the next big thing that I'm doing is a March Madness cabin towards the end of March. So if I can take these couple weeks before, I'll still go out, have a couple drinks on a Saturday here and there. But if I could take these weeks to like get all my shit in check, so then once it gets warm, I'm kind of just like, all right, let's get it. But will
Yeah.
that happen? Who knows?
We'll see.
Anything else, boys? Anything else you want to chat about?
I don't think so.
I just want to say that my luck has turned a little bit
Oh,
on Friday. On Friday, I went ahead and DoorDashed some McDonald's. Just ordered the regular 20-piece nuggets, medium fry. My bag shows up at my place. They sent me 50 nuggets.
What?
They sent me 50 nuggets. Huge dub.
That is
Huge dub.
Did you eat them all?
I got through 40.
Fuck yeah! Let's go. That's awesome. You should have ate the last 10.
I tried, man.
Honestly, you probably would have felt like shit.
I
if you
tried. That hot mustard was hitting.
Yeah, I feel that. Respect. Yeah, no, that's massive. Massive dub for you.
you should thank the Lord because I bet 50 nuggets is like $120 now. I don't mean to be like the old man yell at the sky, but McDonald's is like, when do they get so fucking expensive? It's literally stupid.
Well, dude, it's funny now. Now, sit-down restaurants on commercials are taking shots at fast food restaurants. I've seen Applebee's, one other one. They're like basically saying how expensive fast food is now, which it is. It is kind of crazy.
I remember the day where I could go to Wendy's when I was a little kid with $5 and you can get a meal. Like, not like a kid meal, you get a meal.
Yeah.
And then it was $10. It's like after school, I'm going to McDonald's with $10. You get a nice meal with $10. Now you can't go there for fucking $20. Or I can't anyway, because I'm a fat fuck. But you can't eat there for $20.
I know.
It's unbelievable. What if I was a family of 4? You're spending $50-some at fucking McDonald's? Unbelievable.
Yeah, and there's two places that come to mind, like Cheddar's and Uncle Pete's, that when you go in there and sit down and like you order and look at their menus, you can't fathom how cheap the food is.
Yeah. Cheddar's is specifically, they've been on that for a long time. Shout out Cheddar's.
They love the middle class.
They do.
Yeah, shout out, dude. Shout out, Cheds. Get yourself a butt for that, boy.
That sounds fucking
It does
good.
sound good. But yeah, no, I just want to shout out the Pittsburgh fans today. I know this is a big day for all of you, and
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
see how it goes. Yeah, make sure to follow the Juice Box on YouTube. Bubba, have fun in Florida.
Hey, thank you.
Next time we come back, boys, it'll be episode 200. We'll have to carve that out, figure out when will be the best day. But
Gonna be a party.
this is technically the end of an era. This is like the end of an era episode where you just kind of reset. You come back in. We're starting over. We're going from 99 to 0. And I'm looking forward to it. So make sure to follow me. Well, follow the Juicebox YouTube. Thanks.
Follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slider. Follow me on Instagram at the Harry Slider. Thank you for listening to me for 99 episodes, not writing horrible reviews like I'm about to do as soon as this episode ends. Have fun. I'll see you out there.
Coming up on 200, just a quick note, don't be a piece of shit, be a good person today. Follow me on Instagram at mshores25. Thanks, y'all.
Bye-bye.